Hey there, my name's Kristen. I'll be sharing divine messages today. The bottom of the deck energy talks about a spiritual awakening, and we're connecting with the energy of Mahavatar Babaji. And this talks about interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. All right, so take a deep breath in. We're going to ask the angels, saints, ancestors, and guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. And we are surrounded in divine white light and love. Tap in, let me know you're here. All right, say yes to receive and allow. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to support our channel. All right, private readings are available at betweenbothworlds.org. I feel like, many of us are going through an awakening process, an ascension process, even depending on who this video is reaching. I have Katumi. This talks about going through an initiatory experience. I feel like your current situation has initiated your spiritual gifts. Additionally, you could resonate with the Atlantis or the Atlanteans. You could be an Atlantean having a current life experience here. You could be tapping into this wisdom and knowledge and anchoring it here in the physical. There's a legacy, technology, progress, and expecting acceleration. What else do we have here for the collective? Thank you, Spirit. We have Paul the Venetian, gifted one. There's hidden talents being revealed, and there's an opportunity to shine. I feel like there's an opportunity to say yes. Okay, say yes. And then I have Archangel Michael and faith, spiritual calling, divine protection, and a breakthrough moment. All right, so I feel like your abilities are heightening. You're tapping into ancient wisdom and knowledge. You're bringing this forward. You very much could be initiating through different experiences here. There is opportunities to shine. You do have hidden talents, okay? So these are coming online, and I'm getting that through this process. You have divine protection. All right, I'm talking about a spiritual awakening here. If you are a light worker, then call on Archangel Michael, okay? And faith. I just saw a paradigm shift with Serapis Bay at the bottom of the deck. Look, see? So we could be going through a paradigm shift, okay? And your abilities here are needed. You're being activated. You're being asked to grow and make the necessary changes that are coming up for you at this time. Okay, I have Mary Magdalene here as well. That also can resonate for most of you. Green Tara, you're going through a healing process. Wellness is unfolding, and know that healing is a journey, not a destination. Okay, so you're going through a healing process. Whatever initiated you was meant to, okay? Whatever you experienced, you were meant to, for your growth and development, for your initiation, so that these initiating your gifts, so that these hidden talents become aware, like you're now aware of these things. You now are having an opportunity to be in your light. Maybe you've dimmed your light your whole life, and now you're like, okay, no more. That could have been something that you are processing, healing from. I do have a holy union here. Rama and Sita, soulmate connection, as well as a romantic opportunity, okay? There's a paradigm shift playing out, so you're being asked to make the necessary changes. These messages could come through numerous communications. Okay, so make sure you're tuning in to the right frequency to receive. That includes that's your frequency I'm telling you to tune into, not anyone else's. All right. You are the guru that you seek. Psychic awareness, sensitivity, and trusting your intuition, the Lemurians, as well as clairvoyance being activated. Understanding that you are the guru that you seek. This is you having cosmic power and unlimited potential. And you have activated and are part of a sacred mission, and it's been initiated. Okay? So many of you, this is going to be like a ding, ding, ding. All right, ding, ding, ding. There's your bell. All right. It's like, remember when we used to have bells and that would cause us to run and scurry down the halls to get into a class to sit and learn. I feel like you've answered that call. You're sitting, you're learning, you're experiencing, you're making progress, you're accelerating. These hidden talents are really starting to brighten and shine. There is protection here. There is something that's going to be a breakthrough moment for you. I feel like healing is a journey, not a destination. There is some sort of romantic opportunity coming up. I feel like you're understanding the inner workings now, and your abilities are really strong, and you're meant to use these. You're meant to connect and work with other beings for the sake of divine emergence. I feel like you're letting the world know your gifts, and you're being seen. This is Hilarion. Strong heart chakra energy. It's like I'm getting a lot of like emerald, strong emerald. And then I also have manifestation vortex. I have Horus and Isis here, as well as Ishtar. All right, so reclaiming magic, calling back your power and what's rightfully yours. Okay, this is like the rise, okay, of the feminine. And then I have beliefs make manifest, thoughts attract and create. So I feel like you're understanding like full moon energy here, y'all. This is a great time to claim your magic, use your magic to manifest. It's a vortex right now with the 8-8 portal energy still around us, as well as full moon energy. Ishtar talks about following your heart as truth prevails, all right? And this talks about inner learnings, okay? We have inner workings, inner learnings, and then I'm understanding that Kali Ma might be relevant. Some of you are experiencing divine severance. And so this energy is going to cut cords to any dramas, fears, and limitations. So if there's anything that's rooted that is fear or phobia based, it's coming up to the surface to be cleared and cords cut. Okay, this is about liberation and opening your heart and letting yourself be loved and to love. Okay, you could be receiving transmissions, okay, from blue beings, wounded, healed. Woundings are healing. You're receiving important information. It's time to charge up. All right, so there might be something that is coming in as a result of clearing and cleansing your energy here. All right, so this is our first pull, and we will start with another deck. All right, we're going to let it roll. You ready? We have divine justice and universal law playing out. This could be a lot of what is playing out in your environment and then outside of you. So we're seeing a lot of things being brought to balance. Okay, cause and effects. Okay, any actions and the reactions are playing out here. I feel like someone may want to reconcile, so pay attention to red flags here. I feel like this energy is a spiritual hater, so just be aware of that. I feel like your spiritual gifts, your abilities, your intuition, your channeling, your sensory expressions, your visions, your dreams. I'm also getting fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like somebody doesn't want someone to reconcile. I feel like you very much could be the one with these abilities here. We'll see what this is. That could be the spiritual hater here. What's the spiritual gifts in the fire sign? You could be the fire sign. All right, yeah, I feel like this, I feel like there's been work done against your abilities, your gifts. I feel like this may have initiated you into your purpose, into your light activation, okay? I feel like somebody may have, someone may do this to make money. Someone may do this to manipulate energy to have things go their way. They're a gold digger or something, or there's an energy here that's maybe a fire sign that... Again, spiritual hater here. I feel like they may have done some dark magic, and as a result, like there's some sort of universal law playing out with this. So if this part of the reading doesn't resonate with you, then I'll see you on the next one. But clearly, this message is for someone. Okay, I have pray more. I have someone going through an ego death. I'm getting it's a fire sign. I feel like somebody. You could be speaking truth. You may have strong abilities, or they have strong abilities, okay? Take it how it might resonate. Someone could be a practitioner, or I'm getting like you knew that through your abilities, what you were picking up on. You're picking up on a fire sign, maybe someone who was doing something because they're an opportunist. This could be feminine or masculine. I feel like you're picking up on the fact that people are doing dark magic against you. You know that your prayers will outweigh whatever they send your way. I feel like there's an ego death playing out here. I'm getting you are worthy. I feel like you know how the I am statements work. You're an earth angel. You're here on a special mission, and that's why they were coming after you in the first place, because they're a spiritual hater. All right, so just understand that. So they came after you. This was an initiation. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like they might have been working with others to create some sort of chaos and conflict for you. All right, against an air sign, or an air sign was part of the group that they worked with. All right, so take how that might resonate. I'm also getting like there's also family members involved here, yours or theirs. I feel like you're protected by your ancestors, and they roll deep. All right, like they go way back, way back. All right, so they don't play about you. Yeah, look at, they don't play about you. Someone came after you that was immoral and lacked integrity. I feel like they may want to return, but they're being prevented because they're still the same old. Spiritual hater. It's a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is the one with no integrity. I feel like they entertain others, and I'm getting like you picked up on a third party karmic dynamic here through your spiritual abilities and gifts. Regardless of what this group said about you, you were telling the truth. You knew. You had inner knowing. You didn't need proof. Your proof was God's messaging. Your proof was your abilities to connect with the spiritual realm and get messages. That's why they're a spiritual hater, because they know they can't get one up on you, because they are an opportunist. They're a gold digger. And you know the truth now. And so they can't manipulate you, and that's why they're pissed. That's why they're trying to take you out, right? Because they can't get to you. They have to pay other people to get to you. All right? And even they can't. Even they can't. Look, even they can't. All right? They're an outcast. Maybe they tried to outcast you, but now like you're shining bright. I feel like there's new opportunities here. All right. Yeah, they tried to black sheep you for your abilities, because you're different, because you're unique, because you're psychic, because you're a medium, because you're focused on, what you receive. I feel like they wanted you to seem like you were crazy, you're the black sheep, and that you're the bad guy. Okay. I feel like you're not an outcast. In fact, I feel like it's the opposite. This came out in reverse. And then I have a fire sign who has some sort of spiritual disease or an STD. They could be from a fire sign, I'm getting, or the fire sign has this going on. All right. Someone has some sort of spiritual disease, and it's because of this. All right. Yeah, I feel like you're protected by Archangel Michael. Okay, from this gold digger. The gold digger energy. It's like a attachment. All right, so it's somebody who's like very greedy, envy, jealousy. You're protected from that energy. All right, you through this process have been initiated and are releasing karmic debt. Okay, so you going through that process, the dark night of the soul, helped you release karmic debt. I feel like pray for them, because they're about to go through their dark night of the soul. As I was talking, we were picking up on the fact that like a whole spiritual awakening is happening, and many people are experiencing this as part of the process at this time. There's an ego death, a dark night of the soul. Okay, releasing karmic debt. Having to deal with truth, exposure, things coming to light that they don't want to come to light. I feel like that is what's going to cause an ego death for this energy. Their worst fears happening to them. And I feel like them being exposed is their worst fear. They care about what everyone else thinks about them. Okay? So they do things for the sake of like the narrative, okay? Look at, yeah, talk to your spirit guides and ancestors and saints, okay? If someone is going through an ego death, talk to your spirit guides, ancestors, and saints, okay? You're not alone in this process. Regardless of, you know, who you are and what you're experiencing, like, there's no judgment here, okay? This is information for you to take as you will, all right? You don't have to take all of it. You can take some of it, whatever it is, okay? It's for the collective. There's some sort of loss of job here, all right? And sometimes, you know, rejection is that protection for some of you. But I feel like someone's karma is to lose a job. Okay? Look at, yeah, someone's karma is to lose a job. Karma. And then I have divine justice and universal law playing out in this situation. I feel like you're being asked to believe in miracles. A miracle is soon going to happen in your life. And for some of you, you're showing up as the divine feminine, the empress, someone who's very high vibrational, okay? And so part of their karma is coming after somebody like this, okay? Trying to take them down because they're a spiritual hater. I feel like, you know, this initiated you into this energy. So I feel like nothing was wasted. Everything was and has served a purpose, okay? So I'm also getting that. And then I have believe in miracles, okay? Air sign energy. So this is like your beliefs make manifest, okay? And then let's get some more here. Okay, these are clarifying this. All right. Yeah, divine justice, universal laws playing out, balance is being restored here. I feel like there's karmic debt being paid back. Manifest the life that you desire, okay? Nothing that this energy can do can affect you, okay? It's only going to bounce back to them. Again, your ancestors are helping you deal with karmic family members. Yours are those that might have gotten themselves involved in this situation. I feel like you're protected. Your ancestors might take care of you at night against whatever energy this is, okay? I feel like they hide behind the false mask, the ego, maybe even false profiles on social media. I feel like they have fake accounts. I feel like your communication that you have can help you identify some of that and clear it out of your energy. So if you need help with that, book a session with me and we can clear your energy. I'm also a Reiki master if any of you are looking for some energy clearing and healing sessions. Those are available on the website. You're redirecting your thoughts, okay? You're focused on keeping the mindset positive. You know how important it is, okay, to choose positive thinking. It is a choice, okay? It's work, okay? Realigning yourself and focusing on positive thoughts and redirecting your thoughts is work, okay? You have a soulmate twin flame on the way. All right? Consider focusing, look at timing in the near future, okay? So I feel like consider now a great time to manifest, okay? There is a karmic connection here that Archangel Michael might be protecting you from, and it has something to do with this gold digger energy, the envy, the jealousy, the greed. You're being protected from this karmic couple, okay? Archangel Michael protects you. He's in between you and them, all right? He's like, I got this. Like, this has been surrendered, and they're going to be dealing with this energy. If they think they're coming after you, no. I mean, they can think they're coming after you, but Archangel Michael protects you. I feel like this karmic lesson, you're dealing with the narcissist, and I feel like these two are narcissists, and they're in a relationship together, and they're serving karmic lessons to one another. And you might have been dealing with devil energy, toxic energy, narcissistic traits, if not an actual narcissist. So through that lesson, it's a master teacher. You were able to clear karmic debt. It initiated you, and now you're empowered on your path. And, you know, you're saying yes. There's this energy of like, yes. Okay, you've gone through the process of, or someone I'm picking up on in the energy is going through the process of being awoken to their childhood wounds and how they've played out in this lifetime for them to heal. I feel like there's a lot of like things shown, a lot of experiences that have repeated, maybe through other people, and now there's this like taking a step back and having to see things for what they truly are. I feel like the illusions are falling, and there's going to be some clarity here. Maybe someone isn't sure what direction to take, but I feel like, you know, looking into your childhood, your experiences, and what lies beneath is what's going to surface here for healing, for growth. Someone is wearing a false mask and very heavy in the 3D and the ego, okay? I feel like someone's in their ego and they're not willing to make changes here. I feel like someone's being forced to look at themselves, whether they like it or not. Yeah, I feel like as a result of balance being restored, somebody could start a new career or new job, okay? Because maybe you're not aligning with what you currently do. Maybe the people you work with wear masks. They're very like heavy in ego, or the job that or career that you're in is very ego based. I feel like toxic workspace, or I'm picking up those that could be in this karmic connection that are dealing with a toxic workspace. Okay, so we'll see about that. Many of you are seeing signs, synchronicities, and angel numbers, so pay attention. You might have a real close relationship with nature and earth. Divine Feminine is like Mother Earth energy. All right, you receive messages through thoughts, words, dreams, and visions. Okay, so I feel like if you're connecting with spirit, look at, yeah, someone has fallen for grace. I feel like whoever, wow, all right. So what I was connecting with is that this was at the next card under messages through thought, words, visions, and actions. I feel like, you know, this is coming in. This is either confirming this for Divine Masculine, or there's a Divine Masculine coming in, an Emperor, because this is like right next to the Divine Feminine here. So I feel like you might receive spiritual communication, and it's between the two of you. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Yeah, this toxic workspace, okay? And like, you know, I feel like it's rooted as a result of like inner childhood wounds that are unhealed. Okay, that creates a toxic workspace, okay? So you could be desiring a change in environment when it comes to work, maybe something that's more aligned with you. I feel like that's where they want you to, you know, put the intentions out there. All right, God's wrath and judgment is coming, okay, for those who came against you, the karmic family members, as well as whoever's in this toxic workspace and working with others to create conflict. I would say God's wrath and judgment's playing out here, all right? So, oof. What's the advice? I feel like, you know, the energies may be experiencing health issues, even a spiritual sickness at this time. So this could be like mental health, physical health, emotional health for the spiritual haters. All right. I feel like the energy they put out, they're receiving back. And as a result, it's manifesting in ways that present dis-ease, okay? In whatever way that is, okay? I feel like focus on what you want, not what you don't want. I feel like your ability to manifest is very strong. So financial stability and security is coming in. I feel like someone's sleeping with the enemy here, okay? So they're both spiritual haters, and they're calling into their reality exactly that, okay? someone's sleeping with the enemy. They may think that this person has it all figured out, but I'm getting like they connect to like some dark energy. There could be some dark attachments here. And that is something that is not, that's going to make them ill. Okay. That's going to contribute to the dis-ease. Okay. They're entertaining others. And I feel like this is a third party situationship. And someone is sleeping with the enemy. And I feel like somebody is, you know, dealing, like they very much could be, yeah, I'm getting like someone's got an attachment here. I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like there's something going on here that is really like manipulating somebody, controlling somebody, like behind the scenes here. And I feel like, you know, there's this. I feel like that's most definitely playing out here. All right. Yeah, there's, you know, a false masculine here that's falling from grace. You're being asked to watch for red flags. All right. There's some sort of like whatever they did to get some sort of unexpected income. I feel like that's what's being exposed here. Okay. They did something for money here. Greed. Okay. The spirit of greed. All right. Past loved ones visit you while you sleep. Aw. Okay. So you may connect to the spirit realm quite a bit. All right. Oops. And then, no, take the opportunity. There's an opportunity coming in. Okay. I feel like here's the false feminine. Here's the false masculine. They're both stuck in the 3D reality. I feel like you're moving on with a new job and a new love interest. All right. So they attracted each other. Okay. They're like a mirror of one another. They are each other's karma. Okay. It's like, here's the feminine version of him and here's the masculine version of her. Like they are the same. Okay. I feel like you're moving on to something that is going to bring you happiness and emotional fulfillment. I'm getting like this is a high-level soulmate, and you could be relocating, okay, in some way. I feel like make a wish is coming. So confirmation, if you've been out there putting that energy, I feel like confirmation, a wish is coming. Yeah, I feel like they're not doing well, okay? We have health issues and spiritual sickness coming out, okay? Before it was on the bottom of the deck, now it's out on the table. So I feel like there is some sort of fraudulent activity here, something that they did to receive unexpected income. All right. Some sort of illegal practice. Okay. I feel like this is coming in. I feel like what you're going to receive is going to help you ground and stabilize this, maybe create something. Again, it could be relocation, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. I feel like somebody entered into some sort of agreement and didn't read the fine print. In fact, it was illegal. It was fraudulent. And I feel like they may have signed something that they should have had someone look at. I'm getting like as a result of this fraudulent activity, this illegal practice, there's legal issues playing out. I feel like this is also what's going to be exposed here for this false masculine, as well as this false feminine. Okay, that's an agreement that they entered, okay? But they didn't look at the fine print. This could be on the spiritual realm or the physical realm or both, okay? Yeah, I feel like you could be, you know, taking a break, okay? I feel like someone may be really stuck and rooted in their addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, and gambling here. I feel like someone played someone like a fiddle, okay? Someone knew someone else's hand and what they were playing and how they play it, all right? So it's almost like the player got played here. Whatever they thought that they were going to win, okay, or bluff. I feel like someone has, like their bluff's been called. Is that how you say it? Like, it's like you're bluffing. You call somebody out. Like it's almost like pretending's over. It's like you called somebody's bluff. All right, I do have some divine masculine energy, high vibrational. All right, I feel like victory will be yours, and I feel like confirmation of the black magic, spell work, and sending negative energy. Okay, so let's come out officially. You've overcome whatever was sent your way, okay, by the third party, okay, or whoever's involved here. It might have been a group doing this, sending it to you. All right, I feel like whatever it was, they were partying, okay, very much could have like done some dumb stuff. All right, yeah, look at, and they're toxic friends, third party, toxic friends. All right, look at this. All right, drinking, partying, sexing it, gambling. All right, sending dark magic, like, woof, boy, they're gonna be, you know what. All right, I feel like very important that you practice energy healing, cleansing practices, cleanse your energy, take a spiritual bath. All right, again, this is a process playing out. It's a spiritual awakening and ascension here. I feel like everybody's gonna learn a spiritual lesson, okay? Everyone's learning a lesson with this. Specifically the narcissist, okay? The toxic devil energy, the spiritual hater, all right? Look at, they're the ones spreading the lies, the slander, the defamation of character. They're the hater, especially the one that they're sleeping with, okay? Who they say is maybe a soulmate or twin flame. Nah, that's some false shit right there. All right, so whatever this is, I feel like cleanse your space, take a spiritual bath, choose happiness, joy, and emotional fulfillment. Nothing they can do can touch you, all right? They're going down, all right? They're going down. They're going down for real, whatever song that is. All right, they're gonna watch you succeed. Like I said, I was picking up on someone who's got a fake profile, a stalker. Yeah, here's that exposure playing out for what's going on here. All right, whatever they've been doing, it's coming to a head. All right, whatever they've been doing is coming to a head. I'm gonna stop there. All right, so if you're feeling the energy, do something to shift, okay? Shift your frequency a bit so that you're not picking up what they're putting down, all right? Best thing you can do is redirect yourself. Mindset there, okay? They're experiencing quite a bit at this time. So if you hear from anybody, just be aware, all right? This is for your awareness. I shouldn't be telling you anything new, okay? Somebody, you may be picking up on that telepathic communication from this player, okay? Spending more time in nature, getting connected. I feel like confirmation that they defamed and betrayed a light worker, healer, empath. All right, you're letting go of this bitterness and resentment. I feel like you have a new home on the horizon, as well as abundance, success, and stability. So if anything, what didn't hurt you only made you stronger in this situation. And I feel like that was part of your initiation, okay, if you caught the first part of this reading. So you're exactly where you're meant to be. Continue to move forward and continue to tune into the divine messages that you receive. And I will see you on the next reading, okay? And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend.